If you're running a small charity, a CIC, a care provider, or really any growing business, you know that Microsoft 365 is absolutely essential. It's essentially the digital heart of your day-to-day operations. But let's be honest, over time, it's incredibly easy for it to become completely disorganized. So in this short explainer, we're going to tackle a really common operational challenge: how we can tidy up Teams, SharePoint, and OneDrive to reduce avoidable risk without adding a load of unnecessary complexity. Honestly, the most common question we hear from teams is simply, where did we actually save that file? You've probably been there. Files just tend to organically grow chaotically across personal OneDrives, dead Teams channels, email attachments, shared links, and endless duplicated folders. And look, nobody is to blame here. It's just what naturally happens when an organization grows quickly without a formal IT governance structure in place from day one. The really crucial point here is understanding the fundamental difference between your storage spaces, because confusing them is quite often the root cause of all that messy architecture. Think of it like this. Your personal OneDrive storage is ideal for your individual drafts, temporary work, and totally private files. But shared SharePoint spaces, those are designed specifically for secure organizational collaboration. When personal files end up in shared spaces, or worse, critical organizational documents live in just one person's private OneDrive, things get tangled up very, very quickly. So why does all this matter? Well, this chaotic growth creates some very real operational and confidentiality risks, especially for leadership teams and trustees. For one, it leads to a huge amount of wasted time as your staff constantly search for the most recent version of a document. Furthermore, relying on broad sharing links and having unclear permissions can inadvertently expose sensitive information. And if you're a care provider or growing business handling confidential data, that's a critical issue you just can't afford to ignore. Moving on to practical help from Adjona. The focus here is on proportionate governance, rather than chasing some sort of theoretical perfection. And that is exactly where Adjona Technology steps in. Their whole approach is about putting sensible, practical improvements in place that actually fit your size and internal capacity. To untangle that web of files, they walk you through 4 clear steps. Step 1, we map the current setup so we can see exactly where things currently live. Step 2, we identify any risky, broad sharing links that need closing down. Step 3 is all about simplifying those folder structures. And Step 4 involves creating much clearer access rules. It's just a very methodical, totally manageable process to bring back control. The great thing is, the outputs from this process provide immediate, tangible value. Instead of wrestling with chaotic folders and risky links, operations managers and registered managers actually receive a prioritized action plan. This leads to a much clearer team structure, well-defined document ownership, and fundamentally safer collaboration across the board. Plus, it makes onboarding new staff and volunteers significantly easier because suddenly there is finally a clear, logical place for absolutely everything. Getting these foundations right brings such a profound sense of operational resilience to your team. So ask yourself, if your organization's data permissions were audited today, how confident would you really be in your current setup? Adjona Technology helps small charities, CICs, care providers, and growing businesses make Microsoft 365 safer, clearer, and easier to govern. Visit adjona.com to start a practical conversation.